Black militancy is the Bible. Black supremacy is the Bible. And I can show it to you if you want. Go tell your mother and your father that they descend from rapists and slave traders. God damn you devils, man! You raped us and murdered us and lynched us. Put us in prison houses. Set us on fire. You better teach your young boys and girls the white man is the devil the Bible speaks of. You expect, you tell your little hijos and hijas, el blanco hombre es el diablo.
Chop and cut.
Clap it up. We in it. This is Chopped and Cut episode with my Salaki. Go ahead, do your thing, Salaki.
Whoa. Shalom, Israel. This is Chop and Cut. You know what I'm saying? Episode 41.
41.
Y'all hear me? This episode 41. Thursday. Thursday Chop and Cut podcast right before scriptural breakdown with General Muhammad. You are here with Officer 500 Yagadar out of Virginia. Let's give him a hand. Y'all how about that shit?
You know what I'm saying? We also here with Officer 500 Kerala Come, the man with the plan, the man with the vision of Chop and Cut. You feel me? Give him a hand. Give him a hand. What's going on, though, Priest? We in here. We live on YouTube. We live on Facebook. We're also live on TikTok. You already know how it is. We already got the trolls in the comment section on TikTok. The most inferior, insecure. You know what I'm saying? That you know they got a lot of insecurities they be dealing with, Officer Karat. So they gotta jump in the chat. You know what I'm saying, to try to make themselves feel good, make themselves feel better. You feel me? You can't. I don't know if you own. You're not on TikTok, are you, sir?
Nah, sir.
I bet. So like I'm on there, right? The picture I got in the background, it says that the YT man is the worst. Say they make up roughly 28% of the population, 55% of the kidnappers, 56% of the assaulters by sexual nature, 58% of the mass pop, let them loose. You know what I'm saying? 60% of the child porn, and it just goes on. The numbers just actually get higher the more you go down the list. You feel me? But quick to holler out per capita. Quick to holler out, what about black on black crime? They quick to holler out that trad, but they never address what's really going on with them. That's the main source of violence in the country. You got it right there behind me. That's the main source of violence from 28% of the country. That's a real stat. That ain't per capita. That ain't made up. That ain't me just making some some numbers up like they do to make myself feel good. That ain't American exceptional. That's a real stat. And how you know there's no such thing as a good one? Because they'll never do anything to try to fix that. He said, how many baby mamas I got? Not as many as Elon Musk. Elon Musk got like 13 baby. Don't he got like 13 baby mamas? Elon Musk got about 13 baby mamas. How many baby mamas? So like, go ahead, Priest.
How many baby mamas Trump got?
Yeah, how many baby mamas Trump got? You know what I'm saying? The wife he unalived that's buried on his golf course. Look, he be out there playing rounds of golf on top of this broad head. The other first lady that was swinging on a pole, you know what I'm saying, that was swinging on a pole. Are you serious, man? Again, man, every accusation from one of these oppressors, every accusation is an admission on who they really are. Stephen Happy says American exceptionalism equal American predation percentage. Look, they the worst of the worst, man. They the worst of the worst, man. You getting off on now I got 10 kids. I ain't got no job, Officer Karat. But see, that's the thing. They have to make this up. They really are the devil that the Bible say. Everything that they say about us, again, that's a figment of their imagination. And once you step outside of that YT supremacy, once you step outside of that American dream, you can see the truth, man. You can see the truth, man. Absolutely, Caribbean fusion. He got one of them right there in the backyard. He got one on right there. He be playing golf on top of her head. You know what I'm saying? He be playing golf on top of their head. You know what I'm saying? It's funny that he even brought up Trump. Elon Musk. Elon Musk don't pay no taxes. Y'all know that, right? He don't pay no taxes. But the quote unquote illegals they kicking out the country, they do. Elon Musk don't. And because the oppressor Trubio is so smart, he is so smart. As the country is going into poverty and crashing and burning right before your eyes, You ain't got no heart to make Elon Musk pay up no bread. Nah, cause same way how you scared of him is the same way you scared of the Asians. You know what I'm saying? The same way you scared of everybody else. You know what I'm saying? You scared of the Russians. Trump go over there and he bow down and kiss Russian. Matter of fact, you saw the picture where they had the soldiers on their hands and knees rolling out the red carpet for Vladimir Putin. Yeah, that's what he think about. That's how great America is. Trump just said last year America wasn't shit. Ain't that what he said? He said last year America wasn't shit. You know what I'm saying? That's not my words. He said it. You feel me? He said it. You know what I mean? With that old decrepit hand. That old decrepit hand. You know what I'm saying? And from what I hear, he got loose bowels. Look, you don't like that, do you, Trovio? He got loose bowels. You know why he got loose bowels? Y'all Google Shasha Riley when y'all get a chance. Go on TikTok or go on Google, go to Substack. If you go to Substack and look up Sasha Riley, you'll find out why Trump got to wear that diaper. You know what I'm saying? You'll find out why he got to wear that diaper all the time. Why he got that little 30-something-year-old chick that be following him with the bag, with the Pampers. You know what I'm saying? You'll find out. But we about to get it in, man. This is episode 41. We're going to be talking about what the slave patrol, police dogs, Iran and Iraq done came back together, you know what I'm saying, for the world's largest funeral. You know what I'm saying? I meant to pull up the numbers right before we started. I know it was like ranked number 2 of the world's largest funeral of the Ayatollah. It's probably number 1 at this point now. You feel me? Just again highlighting how America lies, how Trump lies, how the nation lies, and how they love those lies. Then he said they was gonna go bomb them, and it was gonna bring everybody together. He said we're gonna come over there and save you. Ain't that what he told the Iranian people? You feel me? Ain't that what he told them? Nah, it done brought them people together, man, because they getting ready to get it, man. The Lord is bringing the whole earth into, you know what I'm saying, the world's third war. You know what I'm saying? You know, you bringing up again people that ain't got nothing to do with us. You know what I'm saying? He talking about Yahweh ben Yahweh. Now he reaching real deep now, Officer Karat. You know what I'm saying? We're not a monolith. Ain't that what you like? Ain't that what y'all devils like to say? We're not a monolith. We're not all the same. It's only one home of the truth, but look, let's get it on though. Officer Cries with me, man. Let's get it. We're gonna go with this first story. This first story, y'all let me know if y'all heard of Darius Chapel. Darius Chapel. The police, like always, there's so many stories, so many accounts of them unaliving us, of them beating us up. I watched a video this morning, Officer Karar,
Right.
young brother. I think they said he was 17 in the car asleep. I think he fell asleep with the car running. It's like 15, 20 some damn devils. They done snuck up behind him. You feel me? They done snuck up behind him. You know what I'm saying? Got in the car, opened the door. You know what I mean? Now the brother and then knocked out cold. One of them jumped in the car. The brother wake up, startled, punched the gas. Right? The cop pull out the pea, pop him in the back of the head. The car crashes into a damn building. This is just how reckless they are. Same way how they was reckless when they unalived that 1-year-old, as the cop just recklessly shooting in the damn car, because they have no regard for life, especially black life. You see what I'm saying? Especially black life. They don't care about their own, but they really don't care about ours. You know what I mean? So we're gonna pull up this story. Tanya says, go look up his black history, white people, we torture everything. Exactly. That's all they do, man. That's all they do. They death, destruction, disease, taking, robbing. If you name it and it's bad, it's them. And they quick to put that rap on somebody else so they don't have to never face themselves in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? So they don't never have to be questioned about it. So they never have to, you know what I'm saying, admit what they are or who they really are, man. That's the hustle and that's the trick. The Bible says that they are the devil the Bible speaks of, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're the devil that the Bible speaks of. And look, if anything we try to do, define, or whatever outside of that Bible, it's going to be wrong. The Bible tells you who they are. The Bible tells you if God don't love them, why you love them? You know what I'm saying? You absolutely right. Tanya said we taught them how to bathe. Tanya is absolutely correct. At the peak of their romantic period. Think about that. That's called their romantic period. Their romantic area. They was walking around pissing and shitting on themselves. That's them walking around pissing and shitting on themselves. You know what I'm saying? Sitting at the feast, everybody just funky. You know what I'm saying? urine and feces every damn way, and everybody just eating and feeding it. That's them. That's them. Come on, man. Come on, man. We got to wake up, man. We got to wake up. We got to wake up. If without us, this country, this place is nothing, and the Bible confirms it, man. So this brother, again, they tased him over and over again, right, Officer Karai. Then after they tased him, the cop grabs him by his dreads, slams him to the ground. You feel me? Now he's down, hands behind his back, he's cuffed. Now the cop runs over and let the dog out the car. He's already cuffed. It was no need for the dog to come out. He's already cuffed. They go run and get the dog and let the dog just maul the brother. Then they take him, lock him up, you know what I'm saying, and let him just sit in the jail cell. The brother died in the cell, man. This is the oppressor. Go ahead, priest.
He was asleep in his car?
That's a different story. The 17-year-old that they popped in the back of the head, yeah, he was sleeping in his car. They know he's asleep. Instead of them just wake up. No, they call some more officers. They unlock the back door. You know what I'm saying? They opening up the car, watching them sleep. They come up with a whole game plan. One of them jump behind the car. Now, if you sleep, right, and somebody now is inside of your car, what's your natural, you know what I'm saying, reaction? You feel me? But when you Black, Latino, or Native Indigenous, you don't get to have a natural reaction. You don't get to be startled like they get to be startled. You don't get to be scared like the damn cops say every time they take somebody's life. I was in fear of my life. Damn cowards. You can't be scared like those cowards and say you was in fear of your life. And then you sitting behind the brother as the car going, he just popped the brother in the back of the head, man. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think I sent that one to you, but I send that to you. But the story we're about to get ready to go over now is of Darius Chapel, and that's the brother again that they let the dog eat up. Let the dog eat him up, even though when it wasn't necessary. And then after they did that, you know what I'm saying, let him just sit in the jail and rot until he died, man. That's the oppressor. That's the oppressor, man. And
we got that video, sir.
Yeah, I'm finna get ready to play that video right now. You can call it what you want, but if that's what you celebrating, that's what you're proud of, well, you just a low individual, man. And it just is what it is. If that's what you celebrate, that's what you're proud of, because that's America. That right there really is America. That's the real America, not the facade, not the propaganda, not the stars and stripes and all of that garbage. That's the real America that they do every day. And they've been doing it since they first touched these shores. They never stopped. They never changed. There was never a different set of people. They've always been the same people, man. So I go back to my original statement. You proud of America. What the hell is you proud of, man? But let's get it, though. Let's get this first video. If you proud of America, y'all let me know in the chat, man. What you proud of? You proud of America? Y'all let me know in the chat what the hell you proud of. You're going to have to convince me of that one. I haven't seen anything to be proud of with this place. I've never known anything to be proud of with this place. Everything they ever said about it was a lie. Everything. Every founding father had slaves. Look at him in the chat, ooga booga. Look at him in the chat, ooga booga. That's how they evolved. That's the evolution. Alex Dave 37 is the evolution of the oppressor. He jumped in the chat, Officer Karai. He says ooga booga. You know what I'm saying? And just like with Iran, he goes, "You trying to start a race war? We trying to start the war, even though you unaliving us. We trying to start it, even though you can't stop from taking us out. But we trying to start it." That's the oppressor. That's that victim mentality that they try to claim that we have. No, they got a victim mentality. They got a victim mentality. These are the type of people that are put you in slavery, and then they say, "Well, we freed the slave." Ain't that what they like to say? We freed the slave. You feel me? But let's get it. This is the video that I was talking about, Officer Karai. So again, you're gonna see as it starts out. This happened a day before 4th of July, which is again why if you Black, Latino, or Native Indigenous, and you was out there celebrating the 4th of July, shame on you, man. Shame on you. You know what I'm saying? Shame on you. You feel me? But let's go ahead and run it. You might be about right, Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Because they quick to cry about something. They quick to cry, then go report your page. They quick to cry and go report your page. All they do is cry. So we playing for TikTok. We playing the video. They slam the brother down by his hair. Now he's down. Now they let the damn dog out. Once he's already on the ground. You saw that right, Officer Karai. The brother's already on the ground. What's the point of letting the
Con.
dog? What's the point?
Can
Why
you
let the
rewind
dog?
it back?
Yep, I'm finna run it back right now. So like, let me do this real quick. You know what I'm saying? All right, bet. Get them up out of here real quick. Because Atlanta is absolutely correct. That's why they always flagging our damn pages. They jump in the chat, they'll cry, and then once they get to crying, you get on there, they want to go and report you. Just like the oppressor. Karens and Kens. Karens and Kens. I'm gonna run it again. The brothers down. They've already taken them multiple times. It's what, 4 of them on them? Now you let the dog out. And that's another thing I'm gonna bring up as well. As much as they always try to say how violent we are, we stand back there with the camera and record. Don't no brothers rush him. The brother ain't rushing him.
Right.
The brother ain't pull out no AR-15 and just let loose on him for us to be so violent. He didn't do that. He pleading with him. Hey man, get off of me. Already down. The dog's still biting him. For TikTok right now, the dog is still biting him. It's been about a minute. He's still biting him. As he's already on the ground. They just letting him. As one of them hold his feet down. Another one's got his arms. They already handcuffed. The dog's still biting. And you gonna tell me we supposed to love these people? This is who we supposed to love. This is who we're supposed to integrate with. The UPK said all the time, man, integration was a failure. Now they put the dog back in the car. Now I want y'all to listen, right? Because his parents, his people, I think it was his sister. After they locked the brother up, you feel me? This is her. He is incarcerated there. We got a lot of bite marks from the dog on yesterday. This is her calling the police station, trying to get her brother help. Make sure you say things. Area Chapel needs medical assistance ASAP. It's swelling up everywhere from the dog bite. All of his wounds are open. His name is Darius Chapel. Let the door. Now look, what's so crazy about this video, right, Officer Kara? What's so crazy about this video, Officer Kara? I had to shorten it up. They showed when she was calling the police station, she called about 10 times in a row, wouldn't get no answer. It would just ring, the voicemail will pop up. It would just ring, the voicemail will pop up. It would ring, she would finally get somebody on the phone. They would patch her through to a line where she couldn't talk to nobody. So then she got to start the process all over again. She would call, she would get another devil online, and they just as rude to her. You see what I'm saying? Just as rude. So finally she called and she gets somewhere where she can actually leave a message. She called over and over and over again, trying to get her brother trying to get him medical attention, and they let him just sit up in there and ride and die, man. And these same people will jump in the chat and say it's something wrong with us. They'll jump in the chat and they'll call per capita. They'll jump in the chat and want to call you all types of primates and so forth. Feel me? They'll jump in the chat and we built everything. We the best. When this is the extent of the human rights that you have here in America. You know what I'm saying? Atlanta, you absolutely correct, Atlanta Freedom. Said we require our own human rights enforcement. Problem is, we should have never integrated with them to begin with. That was a mistake. And that's how you know that the religious leaders do not follow the Bible. Christianity comes directly from them, from that Roman Catholic Church, the same ones that unalive Christ. That's where you get Christianity from. So you shouldn't be surprised when you see the Christian nationalists all wearing masks on the subway, getting ready to go down to DC in March. That's
Right.
what Christianity is. Go ahead, priest.
No, Salakia, Christianity, Christianity is the reason why Christopher Columbus felt as though that he was destined when he stepped his foot on this new land, you know what I'm
That's
saying,
right.
to enslave, colonize, you know what I'm saying, and disposition the Native American Indians.
That's right.
Christianity gave him that whole mindset. You know what I'm saying? White supremacy gives them that right, and Christianity is gives them white supremacy ordained by God. So that's why you see the Patriot Front and what else? The Patriot Front and the
Proud
Pride
Boys.
Boys.
You
You
know,
know, they the
yeah,
Pride
yeah,
Boys.
the Pride Boys. We don't call them the Proud Boys no more.
The
We're not
Pride
gonna
Boys.
call
I'm
them the
like,
Proud no more.
yeah,
We're gonna call them the
Pride,
Pride Boys. You
right.
know what I'm
That's
saying?
why
They
you
the
see
Pride Boys.
the Proud Boys with their flags and all that marching because they want to uphold the tradition,
There you go.
the old tradition of Western America.
That's
You know what I'm
right.
saying? That's it's a lot, yes, sir. I just wanted to add that what you
Nah,
were
you
saying.
you have you absolutely correct. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of our people don't know that, and we don't realize that we get so involved in things, and we don't really study the background. We don't study the history, and that's by design because we've been a people that's been deprived of history for so long. We don't even care who we are anymore. We proud to be Americans. You know what I'm saying? We don't go back and trace the history of where we actually came from. You know what I'm saying? I saw somebody in the chat that mentioned FBA. FBA, they're proud to be Americans. When again, it shouldn't be anything you proud to be of. Before we got to these shores, we had a language and we had an identity. We had a culture. This is what was robbed and taken from us. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the Bible gives us back. They didn't rewrite the Bible. They didn't write the Bible. You can see how smart they are now in 2026. Ain't nowhere in the world they smart enough to write no damn Bible. So they didn't write the Bible. But what they did was they took that Bible from us, right? They took it from us and they disconnected us from our heritage and our culture through hundreds of years of subjugation, dehumanization, assault, sexual assault, beatings, unaliveness, over and over and over again, where nobody was punished. Nobody was punished. This is why they'll jump in the chat and say the things that they say now, because they've never been punished for anything. They've always had low impulse control. They've never had any kind of discipline. This is how you know they didn't build anything. How can the people with no discipline build anything? How can the people with no kind of humanity build anything? You can't do nothing but tear down, destroy, steal, slap a flag on it and say it's yours, call it yours. So what you're saying is absolutely correct. Through the doctrine of discovery, is how YT supremacy spread, and that told them, just like Officer Corral was saying, anybody that's not a Christian, I can take their land, I can take their woman, I can take their children, I can take their life, and there's nothing they can do about it because God says it's okay. That's what you worship when you go to that church. You feel me? That's what you worshiping inside of the church. You know what I'm saying? Atlanta Freedom said, no, Tanya said, what book you reading from? Because you're not in the, oh, no, but that's what they do. That's the comment I wanted. Atlanta Freedom said, integration was a disintegration of our own essentials. Integration not only disintegrated our essentials, integration destroyed our morality. It took away our morality. Physically, yeah, it got rid of all our businesses. It got rid of our schools, our higher higher institutions of learning. It got rid of all of that. It got rid of the family structure. It got rid of the, you know what I'm saying, the lawyers and the doctors that we were making. But more importantly, it got rid of our morality, man. We lost our morality because all we wanted to do was be like them. You feel me? It was one point in time where your money didn't mean too much. You we all slaves. Let's get it together. Now, because of their resources that they trickle out to whoever they want, whoever gonna bow down the most, whoever gonna be the most submissive. You feel me? They uplift them. They've always had that divide and conquer mentality. That's how they always fight us with divide and conquer. That's one of their main strategies. You know what I'm saying? That's one of their main strategies. But it eroded our morality. Fresh out of slavery, man, you think about all that assault they did to us, Officer Corral. All the assault that our men, women, children, boys, because they did it to everybody. It wasn't just the women that they were assaulted of a sexual nature. That was everybody. This is what they do. This is their form of punishment, right? This is who they are. Always have been, right? They did that to everybody, Officer Corral, for hundreds of years. And one generation, as soon as we got out of slavery, our women still had skirts on down to their feet, to their ankles. You know what I'm saying? Our women were still raising their children, taking care of their husbands. We still had love for one another. We still had love for one another. We still had morality, man. We still had a set of a standard of decency. You fast forward now to 2026, all that's gone. So that's what integration did. We don't have a standard of morality now. Now is whatever pays. If it was on OnlyFans, you know what I'm saying, back in the 20s, the 30s, wouldn't none of our sisters been on it. It may have been one or two, but she would have been ostracized from the rest of the people. She would have been ostracized from it because we still had a certain sense of dignity about ourselves. Integrating with this place, we don't even have that anymore, man. We don't have that anymore. You know what I'm saying? What else we got in here? And I says you fueling if you're fueling your enemy is delusion and starving your enemy to salute. Now you're absolutely correct. But and the thing about it is we are a commodity in America. The Bible says they are for a prey. So everybody preys off of us. And America sells us to the other nations. They sell us to the other nations. You come get a piece, you come and get a piece. We the main attraction in America, Officer Karat. That's a lie when they say they want to get rid of you. Who food they eating? Who food they eat? It ain't they food. Ain't nobody traveling, you know what I'm saying, 1,500 miles to get no damn potato salad with no raisins in it. You feel me? I don't even know no restaurant where cucumber, you know what I'm saying, salad and what green bean casserole is the damn main dish. I don't know no popular restaurant with their food. I don't know no popular music that they make that they didn't steal from us originally. So we the main commodity here, but we don't know it. We don't know it because we think that what we got is from them because we believe their lies, man. What they did to this brother is despicable, man. You know what I'm saying? Last couple of comments. Atlanta Freedom says they pervert the truth. They lie about every damn thing. They absolutely lie about everything. And that's why, again, when you're looking at that doctrine of discovery that you brought up, Officer Corral, and you really start to look at that, Christianity is a product of the Roman Catholic Church. The Romans are the ones who unalive Christ. So just how they stole America and they get online and they say this is my country and I'm proud and we conquered it. Ain't that what they say, Officer Corral? We conquered it. You know what I'm saying? We conquered it. It's the same thing with Christianity. It's the same thing. And even when you read that word Christian in the Bible, that was a derogatory term. Christ didn't call them Christians. He never said that. They didn't call themselves Christians. That was a derogatory term used against them. That's why they called them that. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know that, and because we don't know that, we fall for every lie that they tell us, man. Nowhere in the world we get our set of morals from that Christian church, and that Christian church comes from them. This is why our neighborhoods are destroyed, man. This is why they're able to pull that brother over like that, sick the dog on him, sit there, let him be unalive, and nothing's gonna happen to him. Ain't nothing gonna happen to him. They might get moved around to another precinct. And he gonna get a paid vacation while they quote unquote doing investigation. I went to school. I remember what it was when you check your own work, Officer Karat. You remember that in school when they let you grade your own test? I remember how that was. I always got an A. I don't know about you, but you gonna let me grade my own test. I'm getting an A. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting me an A. You feel me? We let the police grade their own tests. We let them check off themselves. We let them say, well, yeah, this is right and this is wrong. And they lie every time. And every time they lie, we come right back. Why? Because we want to be a part of this place, man. We want to be a part of this place. But what you got, Officer Karasalaki? I'm gonna close this up, and I'm gonna grab a scripture too. You know what I'm saying? We out of UPK.
No, you spoke about the pride of a. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the scripture says in Proverbs chapter 29, verse 23, that a man's pride shall bring him low. You know what I'm saying?
Let me get it. You said Proverbs 29, verse 3?
Come.
Well, sorry, Christ, I got you. Because again, like, you'll get people online and just real quick, Officer Karate, it might talk and it might sound good. But see, that's the thing. The Bible says it's a thing that may seem right to a man. It might seem right to you. But if it's not from the Most High, man, if it's not from the Most High, it's not right. And that's our problem. We want to defer to who's popular, who's cool, who got a lot of followers. Nah, you need to defer to this Bible, who's actually teaching this Bible. And it's only one spot on the entire planet you're going to actually get the truth about this Bible, and that's the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Damn right, Atlanta Freedom. You must have heard us before. Atlanta Freedom hit him with that Revelation 18. She said, come out of her. You know what I'm saying? It says, come out of her, my people. You are absolutely correct. We might pull that too. All right, so you said Proverbs 29 and 23.
Come. You can even get either one, Proverbs 16 and 18 or
Okay.
Proverbs 29:20. Matter of fact, Proverbs 16 and 18.
I bet I got you. I read it for you. I'm finna pull it up right now. You know what I
Come on,
mean? But Atlanta Freedom is absolutely correct though, man. If we just defer to this Bible, man, to the wisdom of the Lord, if we defer to the wisdom of the Lord, this Bible tells us the past, the present, and the future. It tells you all of the above. It tells you who's who. It's the who's
right.
who of the world. It tells you who's who. You can actually sit there and read who is who. You know what I'm saying? Atlanta Freedom says their favorite verse is Isaiah 55. Most times we might grab that too. Hey, Isaiah be letting them know. I got a couple of them in Isaiah I love to run. I love to go to. You know what I'm saying? I got that Isaiah 42:22 pulled up right now. We have people robbed and spoiled. The prophets always told, you know what I'm saying, the people what they needed to do. But the thing about those prophets, Atlanta Freedom, we never wanted to listen to the prophets. Just like nobody wants to listen to us now. People don't want to listen to us now. They don't want to hear nothing the prophet said. And that's why you see so many things keep happening. The Lord is going to allow these things to continue to happen until we separate ourselves from this oppressor. Period, point blank. And if we don't separate ourselves from this oppressor, it's just going to continue to happen. It's going to continue to get worse. It's not going to get no better. This is Proverbs chapter 16, verse 18. It says, pride goeth before destruction.
Yeah, pride. Lately, all these oppressors, man, they've been turning up over social media. You know what I'm saying? With their little comments and your views. You know what I'm saying? And your laughy emojis and your monkey sounds. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, we was kings and all that. That's
Yeah.
pride because you think. Go ahead, sir.
Nah, you 12. You got it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, and all that they've been doing lately in the comment section, man, they've been brave. They've been so prideful. You know what I'm saying? America's going to war, and it's like we cannot be stopped. You know what I'm saying? It's every excuse, you know what I'm saying, of why we have the right, why America has the right to do what they do. You know what I'm saying? The Proud Boys and the militias coming out with the flag, and Trump is trying to bring every meticulous oppressive white thing that he can bring back, that he can breathe life into it. He trying to do anything, you know what I'm saying, to show just how great America is.
Yeah.
We so wonderful and all of that. All of that pride, the Bible says that goeth before destruction. And you going into war. In this scripture, it's saying that the pride goeth before destruction. Why you going to war right now? Like this scripture is specifically, you know what I mean, you when you read it, you would if I'm an oppressor, I'ma think, this might be talking about me. Yeah, like this might be talking about me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
But they're
saying?
not
You
a
can go
smart
in, you can
people.
read the
They're
rest
not
of it.
smart. They're not smart at
Come
all.
on, God.
Salaki, go ahead. They just not smart.
Man, all this pride that's happening with America, with the oppressor, the Bible says that, yeah, that comes first, and then destruction comes. Go ahead.
And a haughty spirit before a fall.
And a haughty spirit before a fall, man. A haughty is how arrogant y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Your oppressors are. How arrogant Trump is. You know what I'm saying? How prideful it is. Like the slogan is "Make America Great Again." You know what I'm saying? y'all are so arrogant and prideful, man. That
Yep.
spirit is going to come. Everybody is going to see it. Everybody knows it. Iran knows it. Everybody is watching it. And then before fall,
That's
America
right.
is going to fall. You
That's right.
should be. You should humble yourself. You know what I'm saying? But that's not going to happen. You know what I'm
They
saying?
can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it. Nah, get out of
That,
hand. You're absolutely correct though.
and Salakia, that pride can't be taken away from you. Like that pride, you're not gonna learn to be prideful by just listening to the words that's in the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Or having compassion or empathy or sympathy from the people that you did something wrong with. That's not gonna change your pride. The Most High destroying you, you know what I'm saying, and putting y'all in chains. That's the only way that
That's right.
pride is going to be taken away, because America is white supremacy. White privilege gave you that pride, and that pride can be changed, because the white privilege and the white supremacy, the reason that you have all of that, has to be destroyed.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
That's right.
the system that you build to inherently pass down that prideful nature, you know what I'm saying? Because you rule, that has to be destroyed for the pride to be destroyed. You can't
That's right.
be still ruling and come to the conclusion that, you know what, I should be a little bit more humble. It's not the system that you built. That white supremacy, that system that you built, won't allow you to humble yourself.
Facts.
You can't
They
you
can't
can't
do it.
help it. So I understand why this has to be destroyed. Like America has to be destroyed, has to fall, because your pride will never stop if it doesn't. Salaki.
Get that hand. But I mean, what you said, you saying so much, and you said it was so heavy, man, because it's just the truth, man. It's the absolute truth. It's just like with a victim when you see so many of our people inside of the quote unquote community. Well, that community is bred out of pain and out of trauma. And so when you are traumatized as a child, right, and you don't see nothing happens to that victim, well, that system just keeps going. That's America. America traumatized, took the lives of millions, millions. You know what I'm saying? Imagine a million bodies, and they did it with pride, with a smile on their face, and each time they benefited from it. Each time they benefited from it, they never had to pay for it, Officer Corrupt. They never were penalized for it. They never even had to say they were sorry or admit that they did anything wrong. And so that's the so just like you say, when you have that, the only way to correct that, the only way to correct that is to tear that system all the way down. It's no such thing as us getting involved. I don't know exactly how that saying goes, but you gotta change it from the inside. You know what I'm saying? You gotta change it from the inside. That's a myth. That's not for real. You don't change anything from the inside. You know how you change something? You change something by getting rid of it and coming with something new. That's how you change something. You don't change it by the inside. We've thought for so long that we can vote with them. You know what I'm saying? Go to church with them, pray with them, cry with them, laugh with them. You know what I'm saying? Sing with them, celebrate the 4th of July with them. And that was going to change them. That doesn't change them because the system is still intact. They're going to look you in your face and say there is no system. Officer Karai, you're making that up. There is no system. So the whole system has to go, and that's exactly what the Bible says. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what the Bible says. Atlanta Freedom says there's no solution for the. It's a solution for it. The solution is they going in chains, just like Officer Karai said. The solution is what goes around comes around. That's the solution. That's in Isaiah 2. Atlanta Freedom. Isaiah 14. Well, Isaiah 14 says that take the and taking take their captives. Matter of fact, let me get it. That's one of my favorite ones too. You know what I'm saying? Take captives the ones that we were captives of. We were their captives. We're gonna take them captives. That's when they'll learn. And even then, they not gonna learn like, okay, yeah, I'm wrong. I shouldn't have did it. No, they just gonna learn that this doesn't feel good. This don't feel good. That's all. They can never ever. They'll never be like us. Like you were saying, when you were saying how you can learn by what you've seen and what you've done. Well, that's the definition of wisdom. The wisdom
Right.
that Moses gave the people and said, look, don't eat pork, crab, shrimp, lobster. You celebrate the Sabbath. The Sabbath is a day of rest. That wisdom he was giving them, well, that would have earned us the protection from our God. So he tells us this, we do it, we good. Same when you go all the way back to Adam and Eve. Most High said, look, don't eat from that, which what he really was saying was don't get down with these other nations. Y'all stay right here. You in the pocket, you good, you got everything you need. If we had that wisdom, you tell me not to do it and I don't do it. That's being wise. Problem is, this isn't a wise nation. It's not a wise nation. So you can't just tell them what they need to do. Nah, they're gonna have to feel it. They got to feel it. It's like a child that got to learn. You know how they said at OJT. The child they got to try. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have to taste that belt in order for them to back down. You know what I'm saying? Wisdom would say that I don't even want to go that route. I know that's the result of it. Don't do it. On a pack of cigarettes, it says that if you smoke me, you're gonna get cancer. Wisdom
Right.
would say, I'm not going to smoke any cigarettes. Why? It obviously gives you cancer. I want to live. Because we don't have wisdom and we got our wisdom from this oppressor, you can't tell me what to do. I do what I want to do. If I want to smoke, it should be my right to smoke. Ain't that what they say off the garage? It should be my right to do it if I want to do it. That's what we've learned from this oppressor. And that's what has destroyed us as a people. We don't have law and order and discipline. And that's what the law of the Bible establishes. That's what the law of the Most High establishes. So first thing I want to get, you know what I'm saying, just to kind of tie into what you was just reading, right, about that pride. Tying to what you was just reading about that pride, you know what I'm saying? And I'm Salaki, I ain't said nothing to the YouTube chat. You feel me? Y'all should thigh to the YouTube chat. Y'all should marathon by Shim Y'all shy. Shakir Hassan, I think you saying assalamu alaikum. We don't do no salami and bacon around here. We don't do no salami and bacon around here. We say shalom, Most High in Christ. Even that, right? We think that Islam is so much different from Christianity, and it's not. They're all the same. It all teaches you to bow down to your oppressor. And we learned both of them in slavery, man. You know what I mean? So if you Black, Latino, or Native Indigenous, that's not for you. That's not your God. Now, Shakir, if you are, hey, Most High Christ, do you, man? Do you? You know what I mean? Do you? I ain't mad at you. I would never tell you not to serve your God, but I am going to tell my people to serve their God. So what's going on, James? Jamie Duran, Neil said Timu Judaism. You got a Timu president right now. You know what I'm saying? Your president is a Timu president. This nigga can't even stay woke doing no damn conference meeting. Look, you know it's bad when somebody stand up and fall asleep, Officer Karate. This nigga be standing up, falling asleep. That's Trump. Standing up, falling asleep. He be standing up, you know what I'm saying? You can hear him on the microphone needing his pamper chain. Timu Judaism, Judaism. You know what I'm saying? Then we also got Tyler. He said most religions are the same, just slight difference. All religions are the same because all religions are a lie. Religion ain't no lie. The Most High didn't give us religion. The Most High gave his people, his children, laws, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna first get. I think. Well, we got Officer Gana in the building. We got special guests joining us tonight. What's good? Well, you at, priest? If you're coming up, come on up.
Excuse me, John. Shalom, y'all. I see you on Shabbat.
Shalom, y'all. We got an old ringer in the building. You know what I'm saying? We got a ringer in the building. Officer 500 Gana. You know what I'm saying? Another brother out there. I'm bringing Baltimore up from the dregs. You know what I'm saying? Saving Baltimore. You feel me? Most High Christ. Good to have you, priest. You feel me? I'm just
the water.
No sweat. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get Obadiah because Officer Karaya brought up the pride of these devils, and you see it all in the chat how prideful they are. You can win a game, right? And you don't have to gloat. You can win a game and you can walk, you can shake hands, you can have good sportsmanship. You feel me? You don't have to gloat. Well, the oppressor, he's winning the game. You done enslaved us, you done took everything from us, you done destroyed us as a people. We talking about this brother getting ate up by the damn dog and being unalive. He's not even here no more. You got to jump in the chat. We was kings. You got to jump in the chat, man. You know what I'm saying? That's that pride that Officer Karaj is talking about. You know what I'm saying? If one of y'all to read for me, this is Obadiah chapter 1 verse 3. To show you how this Bible knows who this oppressor is.
Obadiah chapter 1 verse 3. The pride of thine heart have deceived thee.
See, the Bible says the pride of thine heart. Whenever the Bible is talking about your heart, it's talking about your mind. That mindset is pride. That's why they love Charlie Kirk. He gave them that sense of pride. That's why they love Trump. He gives them that sense of pride. That's why when them Patriot Front dudes went out there, them pride boys went out there, they give them that sense of pride. So in their mind, they're proudful. Even though you can look at it and see they don't really have anything to be proud of. America wasn't got by honor and valor and all that garbage that they tell you about with the military. You can look at any of the commercials. Oh, in the commercials, they're so honorable, Officer Kara. In the commercials, they're so brave, Officer Kara. They so brave in the commercials. They saving people, saving babies. They saving cats out of trees and shit. They're so brave. But in real life, that's not them. In real life, they in the chat saying we was gangs. In real life, they laughing and calling you a watermelon fella. In real life, they laughing because the boy got unalived and left over there on the island. That's them for real. In real life, the police jump out of the car and they punching a black sister in her face with all they might. That's real. That's who they really are. In real life, they are stalked Trayvon Martin with some damn Skittles in the Arizona tree, Arizona tea, and unalive him. That's who they are for real in real life. It says the pride of thine heart have deceived y'all. Y'all been deceived by your pride. Can you read?
Though that dwelleth in the cliffs of the rocks.
It says, "Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks." The Bible is telling you exactly who these people is. From Russia, Georgia, the Caucasus Mountains of Russia, Georgia, and the Bible is also called Mount Seir. All of that is one long strip where they come from. That's who the oppressor is. That was his land and his habitation. He got banished there. He couldn't be around everybody else. It's like them little badass kids in school. You got to put them in a corner. You know what I'm saying? They got a desk over there by themselves. They can't be in the desk with all the other kids. You know what I'm saying? They still in the crayons. You know what I'm saying? They flipping people's desk over. They tearing people homework up. That's the oppressor, man. That's the oppressor. You feel me? So the Most High stuck him out there to keep him out the way. He dwelleth in the clefts of the rock. Right? Keep reading.
Whose habitation is high.
You see, they like them high rises. They like them buildings that go up to the sky, which don't make no damn sense. If it's ever a fire, everybody gone. We seen it over in Venezuela. The reason why it's so many people that got unalived over there in Venezuela, you got buildings that go up to the damn sky. The only exit is getting out of the bottom. So that when that earthquake hit, them buildings started to tumble. You can't do nothing but sit there and call out to the Most High. What you gonna do? You can't fly. You ain't got no damn wings. But see, this oppressor, this devil used to being up in them mountains. They used to being in them damn rocks. It says the clefts of the rock whose habitation is high. That's them. When you go and trace back history, that's Esau, that's Edom, that's your Edomites. That's where your Roman Empire came from. That's where Alexander the Great, depending on what you're studying, that's where those people came from. That's who they are. The ones that lie and say that they us, the Jewish man. That's where he comes from, the Khazarian Empire. That's just history. That's who they are. You feel me? Keep reading.
That saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
That saith in his heart, who gonna stop me? Who gonna bring me down to the ground? Who gonna stop America? We got a $1.5 trillion military, and we still going to Congress begging for money. That's how smart they is. That's how smart they is. You're bad at math. You're a bad steward of the earth. You're bad at civilization. You're bad at disease. You know what I'm saying? I think Ebola's back. The mumps back. The measles is back. You know what I'm saying? You're terrible at your job. Trump is a failed businessman. You can't keep your hands to yourself. You're unalive and sexually assault everybody. You get $1 billion and you create a whole island dedicated to assaulting children. This is who they are. Who gonna bring me down? Who gonna stop me, Officer Karat? Who gonna stop me, Officer Gana? This is the oppressor. This is who he is. You're not gonna read this in church. I was in church that whole time and they never, ever, ever touched the book of Obadiah. It's one of the smallest books in the Bible. One of the smallest books. They never touched it in the church because the book of Obadiah is all about Edom. It's all about Esau. All about him. Y'all gotta stop believing. Go ahead, priest.
A lot is, sir. If you did you just see the recent Trump addressing the nation when he was talking about what he going after they bombed Iran? He was talking about listen, man, I don't want to do it, but I'm a bomb them just because like they up high. Like he really feel as though nobody can stop him from doing what he need to be done. You know what I'm saying? And this is why what you brought out was real heavy for real, because if you think about it, our people need to really understand this. So when he go out there in front of the nation and telling everybody, listen, I'm a bomb them. You know what I mean? It's really nothing they can do. We done bombed all their bridges. They had 18 bridges and we done bombed them. It's nothing they can do. They need to understand that that's him sitting up high, thinking nothing can happen to him.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So that was real powerful what you brought up.
No, you're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. That actually goes into one of the scriptures that I had earmarked to pull up. You know what I'm saying? We get to this next topic, boy, because that's how they feel. You know what I'm saying? That's what they've always done. America didn't colonize the earth by peace, by giving the people resources, by helping them out, getting rid of disease. That's not what they did. What they did was they went in there and said, look, we want these resources. Well, I give you a little bit for it, but I ain't gonna give you much. You're gonna give it to me. And if you don't give it to me, I'm just gonna take it. What you gonna do? And when those people say, well, nah, you can't do that. Did you robbing me? You can't take it. They do just what Officer Gannard said. Well, we just gonna go and bomb everybody. Iran didn't strike America. Trump got on there and lied and said we done been at war with them for 47 years. And then what he said, we done been at war with them for 47 years. Not one casualty, but you done been at war with them for 47 years. You understand? This is the oppressor, man. And when he wants it, he takes it. Then he's proud of it once he take it. The pride of thine heart. The Bible describes them perfectly. And the Bible describes us perfectly as well. Trooper Leviathan said uncivilized. Absolutely. They're uncivilized, uncouth. You know what I'm saying? Barbarians, Vikings, pirates. Trump got up there and bragged about being a pirate a couple months back, didn't he? Bragged about being a pirate, bragged about going to Venezuela, stealing the oil. 20-some thousand with 70,000 people missing, over 3,000 bodies. He on TV bragging, saying them people over there happy dancing in the street because we stole their oil from them, stole their oil from them. The oppressor is delusional, man. Right. He's absolutely delusional. Go ahead, priest. But yeah, he's absolutely delusional, man. So y'all saw the video, Officer Gennady. Did you see the video with the brother? You know what I'm saying? That we just showed how they let the dog eat the brother up. Let him just go in the cell, and they let him go in the cell. His people calling, trying to get him help, and they just let the brother expire right there in the cell with dog bites all over him. You feel me?
I ain't see that.
Yeah, that's the one we just got through running, man. The brother, they slammed him by his locks. And that's another thing. They slammed him by his locks. You ain't supposed to have locks. You know what I'm saying? Right. You Black, Latino, Native, Indigenous, you're not supposed to have locks. They slammed him by his locks. You know what I'm saying? Tased the brother over and over. Then after he was on the ground, they let the dog come out and bite him up. Then they put him in the cell and let him just sit there. And then the sister and the mother calling over and over again, saying, look, he got open wounds. You know what I'm saying? We just trying to get him some medical attention. Called it over and over again. They let the brother sit in the cell and die, man. That's this oppressor, man. Officer Bakar, he shared something today. Y'all familiar with Kendrick Johnson, the young brother that was rolled up in a mat some years back?
Khan, sir.
Right, Khan.
So I was familiar with it, right? But I had never seen the pictures. Officer Bakar, he shared a post right before class started, man. And I actually started to make that my background picture. When you see these pictures, he looked just the same way how Emmett Till looked. That's how that brother looked. And they said that he climbed in the mat and unalived himself. The same way that Emmett Till looked is how that brother looked. So it was obvious they beat their brother up. Bloody body. So when you hearing the story, I had never seen the pictures. I had just heard the story. You see the pictures and it's like, what you mean he did this to himself? How? Then they took the body, cut the body all up, stuffed tissue inside the body, organs missing. Absolutely, Atlanta Freedom, organs missing. This is what they did. Didn't nobody go to jail for that? Right. Nobody paid for that. Nobody. These are the same people that say that we the violent people. You know what I'm saying? We the thugs and we the criminals. You better listen to what this Bible is saying about them, because if you listen to what this Bible is saying about them, you'll learn about who you are as well and why we go for this. We really are the most compassionate and the most humblest people on the planet. If we had done a fraction to them as what they've done to us, it wouldn't be no peace. We'd be hearing gunshots right now, Officer Corral, Officer Gennady. They be looking for us. Everywhere we go, they be out there looking for us. They be riding deep looking for us. If they had a valid reason to do so, come on, man. We don't hurt them. At worst, we hurt us. At best, we hurt ourselves. We don't hurt them. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that just goes to speak to who's supposed to be in charge of the earth. The Bible says that it's going to be Christ's kingdom is going to be a righteous kingdom. Well, Christ's people, he's coming back to save his people, Blacks, Latinos, and Native Indigenous people. We're supposed to be in charge of the earth. Wouldn't you be a better judge? Wouldn't Atlanta Freedom, wouldn't you be a better judge than Trobio that was in the comment section? Wouldn't you be a better judge than him? You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't Officer Gennady, Officer Corral, wouldn't you be a better judge than Neil Meadows to jump on saying Timu Judaism when he heard nothing that we talking about? But wouldn't you be a better judge than him? Wouldn't you be a better judge than Trump? You know what I'm saying? I don't have no pass to Epstein Island. I'm not on the Epstein list 38-some thousand times. You feel me? Wouldn't we be a better judge than them? Of course we would. But because we see ourselves through the eyes of Christianity, we see ourselves the way that they see us, man. And that's the problem. So, I'll let y'all go ahead and jump on that before we go to this next story. What you got, Officer Corral? I was gonna y'all to
Nah,
Rob on that
nah. I
one.
was gonna say. I was gonna
Con,
say.
con, sir.
You can hit. Oh, you had something to
Tawad.
say. You had
Go
something to
ahead.
say, nah?
Con, sir. I'm Tawad.
Oh,
I
okay.
do want to
Yeah, I was
read.
too wild too. I wanted. You can go and read your. Go to the scripture. Or go to the next story. Shalaki.
Okay, okay. I want to, like I had promised. I said I was gonna read some from Isaiah 55 since Atlanta
No
Freedom said
sweat.
that was their best, that was their favorite. You know what I'm saying? Chapter, whatever, right? So what I want to read. All right, I want to read this one right here. I'm gonna read Isaiah chapter 55, verse 4. You know what I'm saying? Because again, this is the problem. This is the problem for us. This is the reason why we in the situation that we in. We want to listen to who we want to listen to. We want to follow who we want to follow. The scripture says, "Tell me, speak to me, soft thing. Tell me lies." Like that Psalm 55 that I think that's a brother. Atlanta, yeah, I think that's a sister. I think Atlanta Freedom was a sister that the sister said. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? We want to hear those soft things. Tell me lies, like Martin Luther King. Tell me something that sound good, that rhyme.
Right.
If you got time, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna be fine. Tell me some shit that rhyme and make me
Right.
feel good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We don't want to hear the truth, man. We don't want to hear the truth. So this is Isaiah chapter 55 and verse 4. It says, "Behold, I have given him for a witness to the people, a leader and a commander to the people." You got to understand something about this Bible. The Lord always, because he loved us so much, he always gave us instruction. If you a good parent, you know what I'm saying, you're not just gonna come home and punish your child because they didn't take out the trash, but you never told them to take out the trash. You feel
Right.
me? You never told them they had to go to school, right? You ain't never told them they got to go to school. You ain't tell them what the school was, what the school bus was. You ain't buy no school clothes for the first day of school like black folks do, right? You ain't do none of that. But then when they get bad grades, you mad at them. A good parent is going to give their children instructions. You feel what I'm saying? They're going to instruct them and let them know, no, you need to do this and you need to do that. Well, we have a good father. Our father told us what to do and what not to do. Even so much to tell us, well, look, if you do that, it's going to be some consequences. And see, a real good father is going to stand on those consequences. A real good father is going to say, look, you don't be home by 10 o'clock tomorrow. You can forget about going to that party this weekend. Now you might come home and you know what I'm saying, and daddy, I'm sorry, like they tell you to do in a Christian church, and you might cry and roll around on the floor like they tell you to do in a Christian church. You feel me? You might, you know what I'm saying, be oh, I feel it so much. Lord, I feel so bad, right? But that's not gonna change that punishment that's coming. And it's the same thing for our God, man. He commanded us. Moses went out there and commanded the people. The Most High sent Moses. You feel me? He sent the prophets. He sent Isaiah. He sent Jeremiah. You feel me? He sent the prophets. He sent our king. And by way of that word, that priest, he sent Commanding General Yohana. That's how we
That's
have the
right.
truth now. That's why we got the truth now. And the same way back then, we didn't want to listen, man. We didn't want to listen. And in order for us to, like the Bible says, the Bible shall make us free. In order for that Bible to make you free and set you free from these people, you're gonna have to listen to the priests and prophets of the Lord, man. Shalom, shalom. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go on to the next story. The next story, again, so just a little backdrop, right? Iran and Iraq have been at it for a minute. They had a whole 8-year war, right? Iraq, after the fall of Saddam, was always the proxy for America. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much fighting the wars for America, being the land is stripped for America. You can fly through that airspace so America can attack everybody else. You feel me? Well, like Officer Ganal was talking about, we went and America went and bombed Iran out the blue because Israel wanted them to. And what they thought was going to happen was they thought they were going to do their usual divide and conquer. That we do this, we destroy the people. They're gonna look for us for help. We're gonna come in with peace and democracy, and we're gonna save them. And then we're gonna go in there and steal all the damn resources in the oil, and we're gonna be heroes. They thought that was they're gonna start turning on each other. They're gonna fight each other like they've always been doing. And the opposite effect has happened, man. So what I want to show, what we're gonna show is again the largest funeral, you know what I'm saying, in history. It's taking place right now. Well, we on day number 9, Officer Karai. So I think we got like one more day. I think the body yesterday was over in Iraq. The body was
Yeah.
in Iraq yesterday, and this is what I'm getting ready to show you now. The body was in Iraq, Um, and hey, let's just check it out, man. I think when it was in Iran, they had what 15 million people come out. 25. Atlanta Freedom says it's up to 25 million now, and that would officially make it the largest funeral in history. In history, you know what I'm saying? And that's not us saying that y'all should go out and get hijab if you black, Latino, or Native Indigenous. I'm not
Right.
saying get on your deen. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying pray no 5 times to Allah. We're not saying none of that. All we doing is highlighting the inhumanity of this oppressor. You feel me? And also highlighting how unwise they are. They thought this was gonna help them, Officer Karat. All right, let me see if I can make it a little bit bigger. We're gonna run this little video right here. And as usual on TikTok, y'all can always join us on on YouTube, you know what I'm saying, for a more interactive. We don't got too many people in the chat today, so it's a little bit easier to keep up. Sometimes it can be a little rough keeping up with the comments. They be coming by so fast. So what we got playing right here, this is the body once it got over to Iraq. This is the body when it got over to Iraq. I'm gonna play a little bit of it. I can't hold on, matter of fact, I'm gonna mute it. So y'all brothers can talk. I'm gonna mute it. I don't want to hear that shit. Let's play that. So y'all can see it in the background again. You got Iraqi flags, you got Iranian flags in the background. What they've done is galvanized and brought these people together, just like the Bible said was going to happen. At one point in time, 5 years back, you would have never imagined a scene like this. They were actually fighting over the Ayatollah. Why? Because you have so many Western influences since the 70s. I think since about 1971, if I'm not mistaken, where they went in with their democracy, the West ideology and democracy, to separate and divide and conquer these people. Because that's what America does. That's what the oppressor does. Give you their democracy, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stop that. They give you their democracy really just to cause division. They did the same thing with us. At one point, we was united as a people, right? We was united. Then we got a little taste of their feminism. Then we got a little taste of their integration. Then we got a little taste of their democracy. And before you know it, now we individuals fighting each other. Now it's all about a bag, bling, bling. Now it's all about where you stay at. We get money, we get wealth, we leave out the hood. We get money, we get wealth, we get Becky on our arm. We go get us a Karen, right? We give all that money to them. So, let me go ahead and bring y'all up. You know what I'm saying? So, what they've done is united these people, Iran and Iraq. And this is straight out the Bible, what the Bible said was going to happen. And this goes to like what Officer Ganal was saying earlier. As much as people try to disprove or dispute this Bible is so accurate. Nowhere in the world you could have predicted this was going to happen. Why? Because America been winning by divide and conquer. You've been winning by stealing everybody's resources. You feel me? You've been winning. But now you're not. And the reason why they're not, because the Lord said they weren't. Did I do that or you did that, Officer Karasalaki?
I did that. Salak, he said that he can't hear us anymore, so I seen his on mute, so I was trying to unmute him.
Oh, no sign of Christ. You got it. Do your thing. And I also wanted to read. Let me close this out. I wanted to read what it said. It said, so remember, Iran and Iraq had an 8-year war. And the person that's talking about this saying they never would have thought they would have seen this type of unity. And that's the thing. Like when you know who your enemy is, you able to unify. But on the opposite end of that, if you don't know who your enemy is, you're going to end up linking up with your enemy and you'll fight one another. Like we always teach in our ISUPK, love is a resource. Love's a resource. And with their love, if you give their love away to another people, you're not going to have any left for your own people. We don't have enough love for each other. We don't love each other enough. If we loved each other enough, then we would come together as a people and we wouldn't let nobody hurt each other. We wouldn't do anything that's going to hurt one another. If we loved each other enough, you know what I'm saying? That love would translate to hatred for the oppressor. We won't want their democracy. We won't want their damn Juneteenth. And I'm not saying that Juneteenth is unlawful, but most of us who celebrated Juneteenth, it's just because you like being an American. That's all that is. You know what I'm saying? You want me to help y'all, Priest? What you got?
I was trying to help the brother be able.
Can he hear us now?
He said nah. He said la.
Can't hear us now. That's back out and come back in, Officer Gana. Because if we can hear each other, y'all let us know in the chat if y'all can still hear us to while on YouTube and so forth. If you can still hear us on YouTube, on Facebook, y'all give us a 1, preferably a 1 West in that chat if y'all still can hear us. You know what I'm saying? And then I want to run this other video, right? I want to run this other video real quick. Because again, okay, so they can hear us on there. So yeah, just come back out and come back in. You might be Tawab, Officer Gana. Lil Ginger said, you Latino. Okay, so Lil Ginger, you say you Latino and you mixed. There's no such thing as mixed. What's your father? You feel me? What's your father? Let me know what your father is, Lil Ginger. Is your father Latino? You know what I'm saying? Or is your father is your father YT? What's your father, Lil Ginger? And the book that we're reading from is the King James version. King James was a black man. You know what I'm saying? King James was a black man, King of Scott, King of England. You know what I'm saying? At one point in time, all of Europe was ran by black people. That's why they call it the Dark Ages. We've been disconnected from a lot of our history. So you let me know what your father is, Lil Ginger. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what your father is. And it has nothing to do with what you look like. None of that. It had everything to do with, you feel me, who your daddy is. So I'm gonna put this back up. Can you hear us now, Officer Gana?
Gone on one con, sir.
All right, most high Christ. So yeah, that's probably all it was. I'm gonna play this next little video right here, right? This is going into like a little bit of the history with Iran and the United States. Who's familiar with the USS Vincennes? And this ain't the first time this happened. You know what I'm saying? But who's familiar with the USS Vincennes, right? USS Vincennes. The same way how the oppressor jump in the chat and they laugh about Nolan Wells. Same way how they laugh about us being enslaved. Go back to Africa if you don't like it. We was kings. They laugh about our history and where we came from and our downfall, where we at now. It ain't just us. They do this with everybody. So I just want to play this right here real quick. It says U.S.-Iran history. They don't teach you. On this day in 1988, the U.S. warship Vincennes shot down the Iran Air Flight 665. So Trump made up their line, said they've been at war with us for 47 years, right? Giving out imaginary numbers on the victims or whatever, right? Imaginary numbers, because it ain't been no war. Well, this is an actual event that happened, right? It says that where 2 surface-to-air missiles, right, went and shot down this plane, unalived everybody on the plane, damn near 300 people, 290 people. So I just want to play this real quick. You know what I'm saying? It says the U.S. refused to issue an apology. What that sound like? Don't that sound familiar? If you Black, Latino, or Native Indigenous, and every time they do something to us, and they'll say, "Well, I gotta see the video." They'll say, "Well, no, Carmelo shouldn't have. He should have gave them equal force." Ain't that what they said about Carmelo Anthony? It should have been equal force. You know what I'm saying? It couldn't be that they was 4-on-1 jumping him. He defended himself. Nah. Couldn't be that. It couldn't be that same stand your ground law that they use to get off. 99% of the time, it never works for us. 99% of the time, it never works for us. It couldn't be that. So the same way how they treat us is the same way how they treat everybody. The oppressor is the oppressor. You feel me? The oppressor is the oppressor. They couldn't apologize for it. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna read you what it says at the bottom of it as well, though. So I'm gonna play this real quick. Let me back this up a little bit. That should be too wild right there. Now I want you to listen to what this oppressor says, right?
And I believe deeply that had there been one American on that aircraft, that the story would have gone on from there. But sadly, in a macabre way, sadly, there wasn't. And so consequently, there wasn't any drive to get to the bottom of it.
So the same way, right? The same way that when America first started the war with Iran and they unalived them 170 schoolgirls, they hit a school with little girls in the school, 170 of them, and it wasn't no apology, wasn't nobody sorry, wasn't our fault, it is what it is. He's saying that if it was just one American on that plane, those 290 people that they took out unprovoked, You imagine you flying, you on a plane, Officer Karai, you on your way to the West Coast to the cookout, which just wouldn't happen to us because we serve the Most High. But you on your way, you on that plane, and all of a sudden Russia just shoots a damn bomb or shoots a nuke at a missile at the plane and blow the plane up, which that's done happen too, but that's outside the point. Somebody will have to pay for it. If that was an American plane that happened, somebody would have to pay for it. But when the oppressor does things like this, it's no big deal. You feel me? It's no big deal. It's nobody to blame. It's oh well. They can't even apologize. So this goes right to what you were saying earlier as far as the pride of thine heart. When it talks about the pride of thine heart, you know what I'm saying? This is the pride of the oppressor. He sat there and said, well, look, if it was an American on there, it would have made it different. Does that change the 290 lives that's gone? That don't change that. But for them, it does. Because the only lives that matter are their lives. And if you Black, Latino, or Native Indigenous, you got to realize that, man. The only reason we have that saying Black Lives Matter is because our lives don't matter over here. And everybody knows it. Everybody knows. I'm going to play a little bit more, then we're going to
apologize to the Iranians for it.
Captain Rogers declined the BBC's request for an interview. He said that while he regretted the outcome, he would do exactly the same thing again in the same circumstances.
And that's what I wanted. That's the point I wanted to get to, Officer Karai. You heard him say that even though he regretted the outcome, he would do the exact same thing today if he had the chance. And that's the same way they feel about us. You out here celebrating their 4th of July, and you celebrating really their Juneteenth. You know what I'm saying? You celebrating these different things, right? But just like they said with them when they unalived these 290 civilians that didn't have nothing to do with it, right? He said, yeah, it's regretful, but if I could, I would do the same thing again. You know what that is? That's Make America Great Again. That's what that slogan is. That's Make America Great Again. That's your Patriot Front out there marching on D.C. Right. These people are incapable of changing. Go ahead, Priest. You got something to say?
No, I was saying what you're saying was powerful, sir.
That's who they are. You know what I'm saying? That's who they are. But the only thing that's different about them people and us, we still here. We ground zero. Iran said, no, we're gonna fight to the death. We're gonna fight for our sovereignty. As a result, then they just cut them a check for $300 billion. Then they got them a ceasefire. Now they taxing at the Strait of Hormuz. You got to pay that bread to come to the Strait of Hormuz now. Why? Because them people have an identity. And that's just how important that identity is. See, you having an identity, that'll cut right through that pride that the devil got. That'll cut right through that pride. You feel me? Then the last point about that video, right? George Bush was the president at the time, right, Officer Karai? Guess what he had to say about it?
What, sir?
George Bush said, I would never apologize for the U.S. I don't care what the facts are. You know what I'm saying? If that ain't Obadiah 1 and 3, I don't know what is. You know what I'm saying? He says, I would never apologize for the U.S. Ain't that how the oppressor feel? When you tell them, well, nah, y'all, you stole it. Genocide, great. 77 million Native Indigenous people, you're unalive. 99 million Black people just on the trip over here on the transatlantic slave trade. What they say, we shouldn't have to apologize. We shouldn't feel guilty about being proud Americans. Ain't that what they say? Y'all can't tell these the same people. Go ahead, Priest.
Nah, they gotta make sure they stand on it all the way until the end.
Facts. Absolutely.
Even into slavery, you hear me? Stand on it even then. Be like, you know what? I deserve this because I know what I did. We had fun. I mean,
and that's why we got to be. No, go ahead, Priest. I ain't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, that was it. I just said, now it's my time to serve.
Right.
Humbly.
And that's why we got to stand on it the same way. If you waiting on them to apologize, you feel me? If you waiting on them to come to how they say they come to Jesus moment, that's not going to happen. That's never going to happen. Their Christianity doesn't allow for that. Their Christianity allows them to be proud in the bodies that they've taken, the souls they've taken. It allows them to be proud in it. You feel me? That's why for us, our pride lies within that Bible and us knowing who we are. It ain't your money. It ain't your cars. It ain't about how many women you can get and throw away. You know what I'm saying? It's about none of that. It's about your identity, your identity. If you're black, Latino, or Native Indigenous by way of your father, you are an Israelite. You are the only people on the planet that have a real God. You are the only people on the planet that God called his own. Our name, Yasharala, our name, Yasharala, is Princess of the Power, aka Sons of God. We are the sons of God, just like our King Christ is, man. That's our identity. That's our source of pride. We've been getting our source of pride from America, and it's
And
done
Salah,
destroyed it. Go ahead, priest.
no, that's so powerful when you said like if we don't, they'll if you don't if you keep allowing them, you know what I'm saying, to like feel sorry for them, you know what I'm saying, they'll never feel what you said earlier. You just said it. It makes so much sense because like when the prophet when the brothers in the ISUPK come out there and tell our other brothers and sisters about the crimes that they committed, you know what I'm saying? If we don't do that, you know what I'm saying, it damn near will be nobody that does that. You know what I'm
No,
saying? It'll be nobody out here doing the work of the most high,
nope.
making them feel the shame. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I mean, and they'll just continue and be like, we'll never apologize. So
Facts.
the priests and prophets of the Lord have to come out, you know what I'm saying, and show them that what they did is wrong, or
Facts.
nobody will never do it. You know what I'm saying? We'll keep loving them. The pastors and all of them, they'll never say it. You know what I'm saying? We'll keep trying to integrate, mix with them,
Yep.
and what's the word is compromise and give them excuses, and they ain't gonna never say they'll never apologize. And the way blacks and Hispanics cope with them not apologizing is making excuses for them. Like, okay, all right,
Yep.
I understand. No, when it really no, there is no compromising with them. Like, yo, you did this, you deserve this. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? So, like, I was just thinking about that when you said it.
No, you're absolutely correct. One of the it's crazy you say that, right? One of the things I always hear whenever I put up a video like that, when I put up a video of even with the brother Nolan Wiles, or I put up that video with that brother Darius Chapel, where the police let the dog eat him up. You know what the first thing they say, Officer Kara? Guess what the first thing our people always say? Our people. Guess what they say?
But that the dog opened up the door by itself and came out
Nah,
and
nah,
said,
nah,
"What y'all
nah, nah,
doing?" The bit
nah.
of
As far as just the way that how you said that coping mechanism. That coping
con.
mechanism. You know what they always say, Officer Gana? That's a lawsuit.
Right.
That's a lawsuit. That's a lawsuit. And I always come back with that lawsuit not gonna bring that brother back.
Right.
That
Right.
money isn't justice. That's not justice. That's not a fair trade-off. You understand? You know what I'm saying? That money don't get that brother life back. That money don't give his sons and his daughters their father back. You know what I'm saying? But we saw again coping because we cope and we compromise. Well, at least he gonna get a check, or they gonna have to sue. They gonna have to. I don't give a damn about suing them. I don't give a damn about their money. Guess what? I'm gonna tell y'all, let y'all in on a little secret about priests and prophets in the UPK. We don't give a damn about no reparations.
Right.
We don't care nothing about no reparations because the Bible talks about that. One of the comments the sister made. The Bible talks about restoration. We gonna be restored as a people. Our gates gonna be open night and day with them bringing back everything that they damn stole. They gonna have to pay back all that. They gonna have to pay it back in blood. They gonna have to pay it back in sweat. Go ahead, priest.
No, I was gonna say, man, like us. So, man, you worried about a lawsuit, right? After somebody was unalived in your family, like viciously. You know what I'm saying? They went through pain before they passed away. They didn't just pass away; they was
They
tortured
suffer.
before they passed. They suffered. You know what I'm saying? You say, "Oh, that's a lawsuit." You worried about the money? That's evil as hell in a sense too, man. That's
Facts.
white supremacy itself.
Facts.
White
Facts.
supremacy is worried about you thinking money. Listen, we want money because we think money gonna make us equal to these oppressors.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? That's the only how we look clean. We more close to God. We more, you know what I'm saying? We're better when we have money. You know what I'm saying? So you worried about a lawsuit in a time while your people are being slaughtered and suffering. Why they
Facts.
being slaughtered. That's just white supremacy. You know what I'm saying? That's you doing white supremacy. You just like the oppressor. You know what I'm saying? The reason why the man got slaughtered, you know what I'm saying, was because of money. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? You know what I mean?
Facts.
They got them man, yeah. That's evil as hell, man. And it's
It really
low.
is, man. No,
And
it
it's
is,
low
and that's
too.
the way that we think. And every time I see that comment, I feel the same way you feeling right now, Zakaria. Every time I see it, because it's like you bypass, like you said, the pain and the suffering and the loss. You bypass all of that, and your immediate thought is, well, shit, he gonna get a check, or somebody gonna get a check. And in most of those cases, I'm gonna ease y'all mind on something. In most of those cases, do you know that they never really ever see that money anyway?
Right.
Most of those cases, they don't see that money, because what they'll do is they'll just take them to court, they'll appeal it, and you'll be in court for years and years and years. They will take you to court and really take you to court, and it's because they got so much wealth, they'll just take you back to court until you either run out of money, right? So you can't fight it no more. You know what I'm saying? Or you unalive. Healthcare companies do it all the time. Healthcare companies deny insurance. People be unalive. They go to court back for years. The person's health decreases. They end up gone. Lawsuit over with now. Not worry about no more now. And it's all through, like Officer Corral was saying, through their YT supremacy. I'm gonna give you a scripture about their YT supremacy. You feel me? And how the only way to go ahead, priest.
No,
Oh,
like I said, you good, sir.
okay, I thought he was saying something. No, but the only way to combat that is with black supremacy, and the Bible is black supremacy. And I know for a lot of us, blacks, Latinos, and Native Indigenous, that might be a bad word to you, but
Right.
that's the only way that you can fix this. Little Ginger, you said your father's Latino and YT as well. What's his father? There's no such thing as mixed. You are what your father is. So if your father is Latino or Mexican, you're Mexican, and so forth and so forth. There's no such thing as mixed. That's just a lie. So I'm just trying again. Now, once you answer that, if your father's Latino, then you Latino. That means you from the tribe of either Issachar or Asher, or you know what I'm saying. You from one of those tribes, right? We'll figure that out. But that would mean that you are Israelite. And if that's the case, again, we read from the King James version. King James, preferably the KJV8. King James with the Apocrypha. Shalom Yahweh Shemal Lathan Bashim Yahweh Shah Aqua for Waf as well on TikTok. This is Daniel chapter 8, verse 25. You know what I'm saying? It says, and through his policy, when the Bible's talking about his policy, that's the oppressor, his democracy, right? His voting, right? His lawsuit, his court system, his judicial system, through his policy. They went over to Iran and bombed them people. That's a operation about democracy and them spreading democracy and spreading their freedom. That's what they call that. I think they even call, well, matter of fact, they call Iraqi. Then they call it Operation Iraqi Freedom. You know what I'm saying? It's through his policy, and they've done the same thing for us through their welfare system, their policy. You know what I'm saying? Through their medical system, their policy. You got to get insurance. You got to get a license for this. You know what I'm saying? You got to be zoned for this, a permit for that, all through their policy. It says, and through his policy, also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. It's kind of like if you ever played spades. You know what I'm saying? Black folks gonna understand this, right? If you ever played spades, it's like somebody got that pen over there, right? Officer Gana, and they pencil whip you. You know what I'm saying? It's like this nigga pencil whip you. No matter what you do, you're still behind. You're still losing. We sharecrop for them for years. What they say, they came back and said, "Oh, you owe us money for about 5 years sharecropping. You still owe us money, right?" We went fought in the military. 2.2 million black men went and fought in World War II. You know what happened when they came back home? Oh, you don't get no GI Bill. You don't get no VA loan. You know what I'm saying? Through his policy. And through this policy of democracy and voting, this is how they destroy us. We went out because of this policy. Black people went out in droves and we voted for Barack Obama.
Right.
What happened as a result of that? As a result of us going out and voting for Barack Obama, look how many of our sons and daughters identify with the community now, because we went out and voted for him. Through his policy, he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. And then it says, and he shall magnify himself in his heart. Well, that's what you're seeing in the chat. American exceptionalism. We the best. We built everything. This is the best place on earth. he magnifies himself in his own mind. You know what I'm saying? In his own mind. Even though on my background, Officer Gana is showing like the real stats on the YT man, right? On how he 55% of the kidnappers, 60% of the sexual assaulters, 58% of the mass the ones who gun up the schools, 60% of the child, you know what I'm saying, pornography or corn or whatever, right? You know what I'm saying? 62% of the ones who sexually assault women and men. 63% of the ones who be on OnlyFans and walk in the streets in Nevada where it's legal at, right? 68% of the NFA offenders. 75% of the incest offenders. This is who they really are, but through their policy, you know what I'm saying, they cause their craft to prosper. Through their propaganda, through their media, through their policy, they cause their craft to prosper. And then they magnify themselves in their head. It ain't me what they say. Officer Gannett, they got that old saying 1350. Y'all only 13% of the population, but you do 50% of the crime. That's a lie. That's a straight lie. Go ahead,
It's a lot. It's a lot, sir. And what you just brought up is so heavy, right? They quick to say 13%. And I saw this on the video. They quick to say 13% of us commit all these crimes in America, right? But we know when the lady said that half of the government, if she was to put all the criminals from the Epstein files
Shut it down.
out, it would be shut down. So y'all don't even charge y'all criminals. So why are we supposed to listen to a statistic that they put out?
Facts.
They don't even charge their own criminals.
Facts. Now you're absolutely correct, Free. You half of the people that's on Trump's cabinet right now are on that Epstein list.
Gone.
Half the ones that's on that cabinet on that list. And that's the ones that's on his side. The other side is on there as well.
Gone.
This is what they do. This is what they've always done.
That's
you know
a
what
lot.
I'm saying? Go ahead, Priest.
No, it should also tell that the poor white people that in America, you're just being used.
Yeah.
Right.
The rich
Yeah.
does what they want to do,
Yes.
and they beat the crimes.
Yes.
See what I'm saying? It should make the poor white people say, "Well, hold that hell on." Like, if it was me, I would get convicted. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, hold
Facts.
up, yo, this can't work. Y'all gonna take the money. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna make the rules, and y'all gonna do the crime. Come on, that statement that Gana just brought out about her, I always thought about that statement. Like, that joint is so overlooked that if we locked up all of the people that was in the Epstein file, that it would be all of everybody in Congress. Like, it would be nobody to run the country.
Right.
Facts.
Like, what?
And this is what
That's
they
crazy.
admitted and said. And like you said, for them to try to make it seem like they're so smart, they know that in order for you to be a billionaire, you know how much robbing and stealing you got to do to be a billionaire?
Right.
You know how much stealing you got to do to be a billionaire? You know how much stealing you got to do to be a trillionaire? The richest man that they quote unquote the richest man on earth was in the White House cutting food stamps. Come on, man. Does that make sense to anybody? The richest man on earth, Officer Gannett, he in there cutting food assistance for children, for the poorest children in the country. He cutting food stamps. He cutting food assistance. He in there saying you can't buy no soda. You know what I'm saying, with that wick. That's what he doing. He cutting health care. 14 million people got kicked off their health care. 40 million children got kicked off SNAP and food benefits. But the oppressor is so slow. I'm trying to tell you, he's not smart. We was kings. He's not smart. He don't even care. As long as he's allowed to hate blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, he don't even care. He's losing his country fast as I don't know what. Trump done made $40 billion since he's been in office.
Right.
They have what's called an enormous clause where you're not even supposed to make 1 cent when you're in office. He done made $40 billion. They mad at blacks, Latinos, and Native Indigenous people. They all in the chat mad at us. You ain't mad at Trump though.
Right.
Mad at Trump. You know what I'm saying? You ain't mad at him. Go ahead, Priest.
No, that's also gonna add to their fall, man. They targeting all of their anger to some people that's not going to war with them, when really if they would have, if they target their anger in the direction that was supposed to be targeted, they'll be encouraging their sons to join the military. They'll be that's what they'll be do. They'll be getting their whole, you know what I'm saying, white militias and all of that stuff. They'll be getting them to face in the right direction of
Facts.
where the enemy is coming at from. But they just their pride got them kicking their feet up,
There you go. There you
throwing
go.
rocks at the poor man, you know what I'm saying,
There you
or the
go.
so-called poor, you know what I'm saying, the one that they think is lesser. You know what I'm saying?
There
So
you
that's
go.
why that's gonna add to their fall. That's why it's gonna be
You
so easy.
you all in DC. You all in DC with your face covered up. You all in DC with your face covered up.
Right.
Fools done stole $1 billion trillion for you. You all in DC with your face covered up. America got a $1.5 trillion military. America's military costs more than all the other militaries combined. And they just got beat. They done got beat. They got ran up out of Afghanistan. You're
They got
scared of China.
Salakia.
Go ahead,
They got
please.
beat by the Houthi rebels.
Beat
Yeah.
by the Houthi
The
rappers.
so-called Houthi, bro. Yemen's army. Like, God damn, you got beat by a little P in the corner. They
Got
shutting the
beat by the
joint down.
Houthis.
You know what
I
I'm
ain't get
saying?
beat
They
by them
talk
niggas
about
calling
the
the
Strait of
Houthis. I'm sorry.
Hormuz. They shut the Red Sea down too.
Facts. With $1.5 trillion military, you mad at blacks, Latino, Native Indigenous. You're not mad at your military. You're not mad at
Yeah,
them. You know what I'm
right. You
saying?
should be mad at them.
And then I'm gonna give you
You should be
another one that's
asking them
heavy.
questions.
I'm gonna give you another one that's heavy. Everything that America, quote unquote, is supposed to be. Land of the free, honorable, bring me your sick, bring me your tired. If you love the country so much, then you would stand on what the principles of it is. But
Right.
you don't. You hate the country because you hate the people that's in here. You hate them. You don't even love this place. That's the oppressor, man. That's who this oppressor is, man. You know what I'm saying? And right in line with what you guys said, Officer Cole, I'm gonna bring it up one more time real quick. And at the end of Daniel 8 and 25, it says that he should stand up against Salak. I'll get it up real quick. It says he shall stand up against the prince of princes. Well, that's our king. That's also how you know that religion that you into, Christianity, Islam, that's how you know that they ain't got nothing to do with the God of the Bible. And that ain't got nothing to do with the Christ of the Bible. That black Christ is in the Bible, right? Because it says that this place is gonna stand up against the Prince of Princes. It says, but he shall be broken without hand. The same way that Pharaoh was lifted up, is the same way that Pharaoh got knocked down. If these people were so wise, common sense would say, hey, Egypt was a superpower. Egypt mistreated the slaves. Egypt went against the children of God. Look what happened to Egypt. There is no more Egypt now. Maybe we shouldn't do the same things that Egypt did. No, you got the pyramid on your dollar. No, you got the obelisk in DC. No, you built your country off slavery as well, off the blood of the slaves as well. This again shows you how wise they are. They're not wise, but we have become unwise following them. It's like the blind leading the blind. And in order for us to get that wisdom back, we got to come back to these scriptures, man. Now, we was going to talk about Nolan Wells a little bit. I don't think we're going to be able to get to it because I wanted to play that video. The video we had talked about Officer Kara of the other brother that got left that was in the blue, and the other family came up and got him. So we might have to go into that maybe on Sunday. We may have to go. I see. I got a message down in the private chat. Must be getting close to that time. Yep, most high crack getting close to that time. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna be getting up out of here shortly. Aqua Fadessa, she says they gave people some bucks. A one-time thing about it's supposed to last for summer. The amount is 120 for each child. Now, what if a person has one child? Exactly? That's nothing. That's not even a penny. You know what I'm saying? It's not even a penny. And this place has so much wealth, man. And they need welfare more than us. Even though you have a 500-year head start, but you still on welfare. Like one of the devils put in the chat, 67% of us are millionaires. Well, why it's not 100%? You had a 500-year head start. You stole everything. The government gave everything to you. Why it's not 100%? You know what I'm saying? Why you running around with no teeth in your head because you on meth? Why? Why you all down in Philadelphia, you know what I'm saying, on Kensington, looking like zombies? Why?
Right.
It's a lot, yeah.
Go
They
ahead,
be
Prince.
so prideful for the wrong reasons too. Like you worried about, like, yo, y'all should have free healthcare.
Right.
Here the richest country, like you should be saying that. Like we should have free healthcare. You should have free education. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? We the most powerful country in the world. Everybody from other places come here. They should be paying for education while
Facts.
you get free education because you live in the freest. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Germany got free education. You know what I'm saying? Iran, the mother, they got free healthcare.
so how can you be the
Come on, man.
richest, but these countries that are poorer than you have better healthcare,
Facts.
better education,
Facts.
and it's free?
Facts. Why you have any?
Right.
The sister said in the chat, you know what I'm saying? That's how we know. She know we one body because she was saying they junkies. Why you got any junkies? Why does America even have a drug problem? Why you got an addiction problem? You number one. Go ahead, priest. What you about to say?
Salaya, sir, is because the white man is the devil. We
That's
expecting morality from them. They dumb and they devils, man. We expect the
facts.
morality from these people, and like this is what they do. They
This is
make
what they've
no sense.
always done. Facts. Facts. And this is what they've always done, man. And if you Black, Latino, Native, Indigenous, you have got to realize that, man. This is what the Bible always has said. Like Officer Karras said earlier, if it wasn't for the UPK, this spirit would be gone. It wouldn't be no more
Right.
spirit. This is the real spirit of the Lord right here. This is what the spirit of the Lord is. You know what I mean? And if it wasn't for the UPK, this spirit would be gone by now. Yabashim Shabakatah. We got Officer 1000 Tazakara. You know what I'm saying? Checking in. The sister said one of her medications is $200 out of pocket. You know what's so crazy? They can't stand the Mexican brothers, right? They can't stand ISUPK. You know that little asthma pump, right? Asthma pump, diabetes medicine. You know that damn asthma pump costs like $1,600 some dollars with your insurance over here. But you could go right to Mexico and get it for free. But America's better. Come on, man. But
Right.
it's just like you said again, we looking for them for morality and for wisdom, Officer Gannah, and they don't have it because they never had it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Don't
Don't come, sir.
Go ahead, priest.
Nah. It's about that time we about to get ready for
He on it. Yeah, go
Commander
ahead.
General Yohana. You know what I'm saying? Y'all tune in to Commanding General Yohana. You know what I mean? Scriptural breakdown starting right after this class. You know what I mean? Right
Commander
after
Johnny
this
doing tonight? It's not General Muhammad. Commander Johnny doing tonight?
Salakia. The water for correcting me, sir.
Oh, look, I'm about to say, I'm about to get on it right now. Most I cry.
General Muhammad. General
Most I
Muhammad
cry.
scriptural breakdown class every Thursday starting right after this class.
Facts.
Go ahead,
Don't
sir.
miss it.
Sir.
Now you too wild. What you got, Officer Gannah?
No, it's too wild, man. I just want to say the water for allowing me to come through today. Oh man.
Most I cry, man. We appreciate you. Yeah, most
All
time
right,
price. Now we appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? To everybody that joined us, all the brothers, all the Akim, Yahabashim Yashabaka Thumb, to all the Akwafi and to all the sisters that join us, Yahweh Shemal Thumb, Bashim Yahweh Shah. We're gonna be right back at it again come Sunday, 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. We're gonna be back here Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Lord willing, do it again. You feel me? And hey, Lord willing, we'll be back at it Thursday. We're gonna try to keep this twice a week going on. Shalom, Yahweh Shemal Thumb, Yahweh Shah, Akwafi Waf, everybody that joined us on TikTok. They were so strong in the chat on TikTok, they ran all the devils out. You know what I'm saying? So most I Christ the water for that. Hey, and with that, shalom. Did we even get it set? Okay.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West.